The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Somebody told me recently that they sent out invitations for a bar mitzvah, and a number of people did not respond, and it was very disheartening for them. I said, I want to tell you a story. I said, a story happened to me. I said, I was living in Lakewood, New Jersey a number of years ago. A guy came over to me during this time, after Kippur or after Hoshana Rabbah, well, like during the times of when everyone was doing introspection, came over to me and he says, I have to ask you mechila. Mechila, what? And he gives me a stamped letter from like 5 or 7 years ago. I'm looking at him like, huh? I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, I have to tell you a story. He says, I was walking past the mailroom in the yeshiva, and somebody says to me, oh, can you do me a favor and give this letter to Sova? So he says, fine. So he took the letter, stuffed it in his Gemara, put it down, and then he was walking to give it to me. Then somebody called him and says, hey, I need some help with something. And I got distracted. One thing led to another. It stayed stuck in the middle of his Gemara. Okay? He said, I recently opened up that Gemara on that page, and out came the note. He goes, I am so sorry. Now let's rewind a little more. Yehoshua Sova was very close with his campers in Camp Kol Torah. And I told all of my boys, I said, listen, guys, I know you're little kids. You probably don't have the skill of writing letters. I'm going to help you, but I want to keep in touch with you. We had a fantastic summer. So I'm going to pre-write all my letters with my address and put the stamps on them. All you have to do is just write a letter to me, seal it, and then throw it in the mailbox. And we'll keep up a correspondence. Okay? So a few of them did. One boy in particular that I spent an inordinate amount of time, he didn't write to me. I'm like, what is wrong with this person? I literally put a lot into this person, and a lot of time and effort. Nothing, zero. The other guys who I didn't even anticipate sent me. I continue to correspond with them. But the one person who I thought was going to send, didn't send to me. He was that person that had that letter that got stuck in the Gemara. So can you imagine, not only that, he probably was wondering, I sent the letter to Sova, he didn't respond. So we were both wondering, what's wrong with this person? But meanwhile, it was somebody else took the letter. That happens sometimes. Literally happens sometimes. The letter gets misplaced. So a person has to understand that it could be that you don't understand. Why is it like, I don't know why it's like that. But if you really deep down love a person and understand, I don't know why it's like that. But you know what? Despite that, whatever, we're still friends. You're living life.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org